Hey, good morning. Let's write a VBA code. I decided to just show you a quick VBA code you can implement to get your VBA journey started. It's actually not that hard to get your VBA code or VBA journey started, so let me show you. First, we go over here to the developer tab, and then we're gonna click on Visual Basic over here. We're gonna write a code that calculates quantity here, price times price unit, and give us the total price. So basically we're gonna calculate these two, multiply these two numbers together in this column. Let me show you. I hope you can see something. I will learn how to use my computer going on live, but for now, let's just do it here. So Visual Basic up here, and then you have here, you insert a module here. Boom, and let's get started. I have to move the camera a little bit here. Okay. So you started by write sub and just give it a name. You can just write total price. And then we start by dim our variables, declare our variables. So we're gonna dim WS as worksheet. Then we're gonna dim last row as long. So we're gonna use last row, so this code works no matter how many rows there are. So we're gonna dim last row as long, and we're gonna dim I as long. The I we're gonna use to run through the rows. I'm gonna show you that. Dim I as long, and then we're gonna set the worksheet, this worksheet, as WS, just to make it shorter. So set works WS as this workbook dot sheets, and that was sheet 1 here. Oh, like this. I hope you can see. Yeah, it should be fine. Then we're gonna have the last row here defined, where it gets the last row from. Let me write it out and then explain. So the last row we said equal WS cells WS dot rows dot count here, and we're gonna find it from the column A dot end XL up here dot row. That's how we find the last row. So it's basically just gonna run through column A, because we put column A here. So we define that the last row is gonna run through column A here. I do a row count till the end of column A. So no matter we're gonna set up now. All right, moving on. Here we came here to last row, yes. Then we're gonna do a for loop, which is for I. We're gonna use I that starts from row 2 to last row. That's what I wanna that's one is gonna loop through all the rows from row 2 to the last row we defined above. And then we're just gonna multiply the two columns with the numbers. So that's gonna be worksheet. Let's move it in here a little bit. Worksheet cells. It's from column I. It's the variable we're gonna use from column 4. Dot value. That's where we're gonna multiply the two numbers. So that's worksheet cells I2 dot value multiplied by worksheet cells I3 dot value. Yeah, that's it. Then we're gonna do a next. Oh, what's going on? Press the wrong button. We're gonna write a next I here. That's what you have to do when you're doing a for loop. You have to do next I here. Yeah, that's it. Let's run it. So what we basically did, we defined the last row here in the worksheet 1, and then we in column 4 multiplied the two in columns 2 or 3. So when we run this macro here, you can press this run macro and then total price, and then it calculates the numbers. And just to share with you why we always want to define the last row, let me show you here. Sorry if it's too messy. All right. Let's just say the row, the data doesn't go to the 11th row, but yeah. Let's just copy this data down. I mean, obviously it's the same data, right? But just so you get the idea, and just so you see that the code is dynamic and works every time. So not used to do work from the keyboard of a laptop. I usually have my keyboard. Anyways, okay, that's fine. Now it goes all the way to 81 row, but it will still work. Look at this. So here, because we defined the last row in the sheet, it will now go all the way to 81. Macro. You can also make a bottom for this. I can also show you this. Run. And now it's all the way down to the last row. Very powerful. I encourage you to always use the last row. Yeah, one bonus tip, let's just attach this code to a bottom. So the way you do that is simple. You just go up here, insert, up here, insert, illustration, shapes, yeah, whatever. And then go to the top. Yeah, like this, for example. Oh. Forgive me, this is a little bit hard to do on a live with one hand sometimes. And then you can just call this whatever, you know. Total price. Yeah, and then you just attach it. Let me show you here. Delete here, up here. Right click, attach macro. One more down here, and then you just attach it. Boom. Very easy. I hope this makes sense. I'm planning to do more lives here on TikTok, so make sure to follow along, and then I'll see you in the next live.